Imagine this. You could save a staggering $10,000 in just 6 months.
Wow.
And here's the really intriguing part. You wouldn't need to, take on a second job. There's no lottery ticket involved.
Uh-huh.
And you certainly wouldn't be forced into a life of extreme deprivation, like eating nothing but instant noodles for every single meal.
Quite the usual drastic stuff.
Exactly. For many of us, that might sound, well, impossible. Perhaps even a little too good to be true.
Absolutely. That's a huge number in a short time.
I certainly thought so, too. For years, the idea of hitting a significant financial goal, especially, on such an aggressive timeline, felt like trying to climb Mount Everest without any gear.
Yeah, totally out of reach.
It felt overwhelming, totally unattainable, and frankly, a bit like a financial fairy tale. But what if there was a strategic shortcut? What if there was a genuine aha moment waiting for you, one that could fundamentally transform how you approach your money and unlock some truly substantial savings?
Okay, I'm listening.
That's precisely the journey we're embarking on in today's deep dive.
Sounds good.
Our insights today are pulled directly from a truly compelling personal account, an article simply titled, "Excerpts from This Budget Plan Made Me Save $10,000 in 6 months."
Okay. So a real person's experience.
Exactly. And what makes this source so uniquely powerful and relatable is that the author wasn't some pre-existing financial guru or a budgeting pro with years of experience.
That's key. Makes it feel more achievable.
Totally. They explicitly state they were just an ordinary person who felt a deep desire for more control over their money. They were struggling with saving, just like countless people listening right now.
Relatable.
And they simply wanted to achieve a big financial goal, fast.
Right. The $10K dream.
And what happened? After just half a year, they had indeed saved over $10,000 using a plan they describe as simple, practical, and beginner-friendly.
Okay. Simple and practical. I like the sound of that.
Our mission today is to meticulously break down this entire framework, step by step. We're going to uncover exactly how it works, explore the profound impact it had on the author's financial life, and most importantly, equip you with the actionable insights to potentially apply these powerful strategies to your own life.
Nice.
We'll delve into the crucial mindset shifts, the surprisingly simple yet effective daily habits, and the, ingenious core budget system that made this remarkable achievement possible. Get ready to shift your perspective on saving.
And that, you've hit upon the core premise beautifully. This deep dive isn't just about crunching numbers, though we will certainly illuminate the compelling math involved.
Right.
It's profoundly about understanding the mechanics, yes. But even more critically, it's about dissecting the underlying psychology that truly propels financial success.
The why behind it.
Exactly. This isn't just a discussion about cutting costs. It's about fostering a fundamental transformation in your approach to money, shifting from a mindset of constant restriction.
Which feels awful.
Right. To one of empowered strategic decision-making.
Okay.
So as you join us on this exploration, I truly encourage you to grab a notebook, maybe even a pen. This isn't intended to be passive listening.
Get involved.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, view this as an active opportunity to engage with concepts that could genuinely reshape your financial trajectory. Because, as the source implicitly yet powerfully suggests, the ultimate goal isn't merely to accumulate wealth for its own sake.
It's bigger than that.
It is. It's about cultivating a healthier, more intentional relationship with your money, one that allows it to become a potent tool for serving your broader life goals and aspirations. It's about designing your financial life to support the life you truly want to live.
Absolutely. It's about more than just the ledger. So where did this author, a self-proclaimed non-pro, even begin? Surprisingly, it wasn't with a complicated budget spreadsheet or some harsh austerity plan.
Okay, interesting.
The source makes it crystal clear. Saving money starts in your head before it shows up in your bank account.
The inner game. Part 1, right? The mindset shift.
Exactly. This foundational mindset shift, as they reveal in part one, the mindset shift, was the true crucible of their success. It was the starting block.
Makes sense. You need the right frame of mind first.
The author describes a very specific turning point in their journey, a moment of profound introspection that really set the stage. They began by asking themselves a truly direct and deeply personal question. What do I really want in the next 6 months?
Powerful question. Specific time frame, too.
Right. This wasn't some vague feel-good aspiration. It was targeted, immediate, and aimed at tangible desires. Were they dreaming of a clear emergency fund, a specific trip, or perhaps finally wiping out a nagging debt?
So getting really clear on the why.
Exactly. The specificity was key. It provided a beacon for their financial efforts, guiding every subsequent decision. Without that clear destination, any financial journey can easily, wander off course.
Absolutely. You need something concrete to aim for. What's truly insightful here is how this initial question fundamentally redefines the very act of saving. Well, for so long, the conventional narrative around saving has been framed in terms of deprivation, of cutting expenses, of what you're giving up.
Yeah, it always feels like sacrifice.
Exactly. It's often seen as a punitive act, a sacrifice that limits your present enjoyment for a distant, uncertain future. But the source masterfully flips this entire narrative.
Okay.
The author quickly realized they weren't merely saying no to new clothes or spontaneous takeout. They were, in their own powerful words, buying myself freedom.
Oh, wow. That's a huge shift. Buying freedom, not just cutting back.
Isn't it? This profound shift from viewing saving as punitive to empowering is nothing short of transformative. When you reframe saving as buying peace of mind and freedom, every single financial choice becomes easier.
Because the motivation changes.
Precisely. The motivation isn't negative or restrictive. It's positive, proactive, and deeply value-driven. Consider the internal monologue. Instead of a sigh of resignation as you put back that extra latte, the thought becomes, by foregoing this, I'm mentally depositing that money into a fund that's buying me less stress, more options, or that incredible future experience I truly value.
It connects the small choice to the big goal.
Exactly. This reframing imbues every financial decision with genuine purpose, turning it from a chore into a conscious investment in your desired future. It taps into positive reinforcement, making the act of saving a step towards something you deeply desire, not just a step away from something you enjoy.
That makes so much sense psychologically.
Through a broader perspective, this highlights a crucial psychological truth. Our perception literally shapes our financial reality. If saving feels like a constant uphill battle against temptation and scarcity, it almost certainly will be.
Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy.
But if it feels like an active, exhilarating pursuit of what truly matters to you, it transforms into a journey of empowerment and progress. This raises a vital question for you, our listener. As you consider your own financial aspirations, what specific freedom or tangible peace of mind might you be buying with your savings? What invaluable sense of security or joy could you acquire by simply shifting your perspective on what saving truly represents?
That reframing is incredibly powerful, isn't it? It transcends the mere dollars and cents and taps into what genuinely motivates us at a deeper level.
Absolutely.
And building on that, the source emphasizes the next critical step in solidifying this mindset shift, giving your money a crystal clear, defined mission.
Okay, so after the why, it's the what.
Exactly. The advice is elegantly simple yet profoundly impactful. Write down one clear goal for your savings.
Just one, not a whole list.
Just one primary goal to focus on initially. The author offers several relatable examples that resonate with a wide audience. Perhaps your primary goal is to establish a robust emergency fund, that crucial financial safety net.
Which brings huge peace of mind.
Totally. Or maybe you're dreaming of a specific, perhaps once-in-a-lifetime trip, that adventure you've always wanted to take but felt was out of reach.
Something exciting to look forward to.
Or for others, the most pressing mission might be strategically paying off a specific high-interest debt, finally shedding that debilitating burden, and reclaiming financial freedom.
Right. Getting rid of that weight.
The key isn't what the goal is, but that it is one goal, clear and compelling.
Singular focus.
So what does this singular focus mean for you, practically speaking, right now? It means moving far beyond vague intentions like, I guess I should probably save more money sometime.
Which never really works, does it?
Rarely. It means giving your money a specific, tangible purpose, a target it can actively work towards. Think of it like equipping your money for a carefully planned expedition with a precise destination.
Instead of just letting it drift.
Precisely, rather than simply letting it wander aimlessly. This clarity, this unwavering focus on one primary goal, provides an immense wellspring of direction and motivation. It contrasts sharply with the often frustrating feeling of just vaguely putting money aside, where it can easily be siphoned off for impulsive wants because it lacks a strong emotional anchor.
Makes sense. If it doesn't have a job, it gets spent elsewhere.
Right. When your money truly has a mission, it becomes infinitely harder to justify diverting it from its path, especially when you can vividly picture the positive outcome of sticking to that mission. This single focused goal acts as a filter for every spending decision.
Constantly asking.
Does this purchase align with my primary financial mission?
Absolutely. The clarity of that singular goal acts as a powerful beacon, consistently guiding your financial decisions and helping to filter out distractions. Without such a specific, tangible objective, funds can indeed dissipate, often unnoticed.
Little leaks everywhere.
Exactly. Into a myriad of smaller, less impactful purchases. But with a concrete, deeply personal, and prominently written goal, every dollar saved feels like a direct, measurable step closer to something profoundly meaningful and tangible.
You see the progress.
Right. It provides immediate feedback and reinforces the positive behavior, making the journey feel purposeful rather than restrictive. It's the difference between having a map and just wandering.
Okay, now that we've firmly established the crucial mindset shift and the power of a clear mission, let's pivot into the tangible, the nitty-gritty mechanics of this plan.
All right, the how.
This is where part two, the budget plan that works, comes into play, a system the author describes as both simple and flexible.
Simple and flexible, good combo.
The foundational structure of this plan is built upon a concept many of our listeners are likely familiar with, the 50-30-20 rule. However, and this is crucial, the author applies a game-changing twist to it.
Ah, okay. I know 50-30-20. What's the twist?
Well, for context, let's briefly recap the traditional 50-30-20 rule as our source explains it. 50% of your income is typically allocated towards your needs.
Right. Rent, bills, groceries, the must-haves.
Exactly. These are the absolute non-negotiables, the essential expenses that are fundamental to keeping a roof over your head, providing food, and ensuring basic functioning. We're talking about rent or mortgage payments, utility bills like electricity and water, your core essential grocery bill, necessary transportation costs for work, and crucial insurance premiums.
The boring but necessary stuff.
Pretty much. These are the largely fixed, unavoidable costs of simply living and maintaining your basic life.
Got it. 50% needs.
Then, 30% traditionally goes towards your wants. Now, this is where the discretionary nature truly becomes apparent.
Fun stuff.
Kinda, yeah. Because wants encompass anything that isn't strictly necessary for your survival or your basic day-to-day functioning. This category typically includes things like dining out, entertainment subscriptions, that daily fancy coffee, new clothes that aren't for essential work, hobbies, vacations, or impulse purchases.
Okay, the lifestyle choices.
Precisely. These are the discretionary items, the comforts and enhancements that certainly improve your quality of life but are not strictly required for your well-being. This is where lifestyle choices truly manifest in your spending.
Right. 30% wants. So the last 20%.
And finally, the remaining 20% in the traditional model goes directly into savings. This dedicated portion is for your future self and your future goals.
Emergency fund, retirement, down payment.
Exactly. Whether that's building up that critical emergency fund, planning for retirement, saving for a down payment on a house, or any other significant financial objective, this is the portion you are intentionally setting aside to grow your wealth and secure your long-term aspirations.
Okay, so 50-30-20. Needs, wants, savings. Pretty standard.
So that's the widely accepted traditional breakdown. But here's where our source introduces the pivotal, truly game-changing adjustment.
Okay, lay it on me. This is where the magic happens.
This is precisely where, as you highlighted, the financial alchemy truly begins. The source reveals their ingenious twist. They strategically cut their wants portion down from the traditional 30% to a surprisingly lean 15%.
Whoa. Half to. From 30 down to 15.
Yep, this isn't just a small tweak. This seemingly modest adjustment is profoundly impactful. By deliberately having the wants category, they immediately and automatically freed up an additional 15% of their income,
Which then went.
which was then directly and intentionally added to their existing savings portion. This is the core engine of their rapid savings success. So savings jumped from 20% to 35%. 20 plus 15.
Effectively, yes. That extra 15% went straight into boosting their savings rate.
Okay, that is a significant change. If we broaden our perspective and connect this to the bigger picture, this demonstrates an exceptionally targeted and remarkably effective reallocation of funds.
Right.
Super focused.
Why focus so intensely on wants specifically? Because, as the author of the source implicitly understood and leveraged, the wants category represents the largest and most flexible area of discretionary spending for the vast majority of people.
That makes sense. Needs are harder to cut quickly.
Exactly. Your needs are largely fixed and difficult to adjust quickly without significant life changes, and your savings is the very goal you're trying to grow. But the wants category, if left unchecked, often expands to fill whatever budget space is available.
Lifestyle creep.
That's the one.
That
And
photograph.
phenomenal often referred to as lifestyle creep.
So
Consider this. If you're trying to rapidly accelerate your savings, it is almost always significantly easier and less disruptive to trim a few discretionary purchases, perhaps fewer restaurant meals, canceling an unused subscription, or delaying a non-essential clothing purchase.
things you can control immediately.
Right. Than it is to suddenly reduce your rent, drastically cut your grocery bill, or change your utility providers overnight. The immediate impact of this focused reduction is profound.
And the author felt that directly.
Oh, yeah. The author explicitly states, and this is a key takeaway, that small adjustment cutting my wants budget in half was what helped me reach $10,000 so fast.
Wow, right there.
It wasn't about finding a new high-paying income stream, nor was it about making drastic, unsustainable cuts to their essential living costs. It was about meticulously and consciously reevaluating the non-essential spending
The stuff that just sort of happens.
that had previously consumed a significant chunk of their income. This strategic pivot transformed their financial trajectory, making rapid saving a tangible, achievable reality. It's about intelligently recognizing where the most pliable money resides within your budget, and then consciously, proactively redirecting its flow towards your overarching financial mission. It's about making deliberate choices over default habits.
That is such a brilliant observation about the inherent flexibility within the wants category. It's truly often where our money quietly, almost invisibly, leaks away without much thought.
For sure.
But identifying that and then having the conscious courage to make such a bold and significant cut is what truly makes this plan so potent and distinct.
It takes discipline, but the payoff is huge.
No, once they had this newly optimized allocation, a leaner wants budget, and a bolstered savings percentage, the next crucial step was to ensure that money actually went to savings.
And stayed there.
And more importantly, that it stayed there untouched. This brings us to the absolutely critical concept of automating success and enforcing ironclad discipline.
Okay, the systems part.
The first and arguably most powerful strategy they employed, a core pillar of their entire plan, is what the author simply calls automatic transfers.
Ah, pay yourself first. Automated. Classic, but effective.
Exactly. Here's how it worked, in their own words. The second I got my paycheck, 20% moved straight into a savings account I didn't touch.
Instantly. No delay.
Right. This wasn't something they pondered, debated, or manually initiated. It was pre-programmed to happen immediately on complete autopilot without any intervention required from them.
Set it and forget it.
Let's really unpack the genius behind this. This isn't just about convenience, though it certainly is convenient. It's profoundly about leveraging human psychology, specifically removing the temptation before it even has a chance to arrive and exert its influence. The author explicitly underlines this, stating, no waiting, no second guessing, out of sight, out of mind.
That's the phrase. Out of sight, out of mind. It works.
It really does.
Yeah.
This taps directly into a fundamental psychological principle related to choice architecture and defaults.
Yeah.
When money first lands in your primary checking account, it's instantly available.
It's just sitting there begging to be spent.
Right. It seems to whisper sweet nothings about that new gadget you've been eyeing, that spontaneous dinner invitation, or that tempting online sale that just popped up.
We've all been there.
But by having a significant portion automatically whisked away to a separate, typically unlinked savings account, you effectively eliminate the immediate opportunity for those impulsive, often budget-derailing decisions.
You build a barrier.
You are, in essence, building an incredibly robust financial firewall. If you literally don't see the money in your main spending account, your brain doesn't even consciously consider it as available for immediate spending.
Reduces the mental battle.
Totally. This isn't fighting against your natural human tendency towards instant gratification. It's cleverly bypassing it. It's a proactive, preventative measure that designs your environment to favor your long-term goals.
That's smart.
It eliminates the constant mental energy associated with making a saving decision repeatedly, replacing it with a single, one-time decision that then delivers consistent, effortless results month after month.
Making the good choice the easy choice.
Exactly. This out of sight, out of mind principle is powerful because it removes the friction and the moment of choice from the time when your money is most vulnerable to being spent on non-essentials. It's about making the smart choice easy and the less smart choice much harder.
That's a profound point about reducing cognitive load and leveraging defaults. And what's particularly fascinating here is how the plan combines that technological efficiency for savings
The automation.
with a return to a much more tactile, almost primal relationship with money for the wants category.
Oh, right. How did they handle the 15% for one?
While automatic transfers handle the automated saving, the source then details the implementation of a cash envelope system for wants.
Ah, the envelope system. Kind of old school.
A bit, yeah. Instead of mindlessly swiping their card for entertainment, for eating out, for those little extras that often add up rapidly, they physically allocated a specific amount of cash into designated envelopes for these categories.
So physical cash.
Physical cash. And here's the absolutely crucial part, the hard boundary. Once the cash was gone, that was it for the month.
Oof. Strict, but clear.
Very clear.
Uh.
This method, while seemingly old-fashioned in our increasingly digital and frictionless age, is incredibly effective because it counteracts what behavioral economists call money illusion,
Meaning?
or the abstract nature of digital spending. When money is just an abstract number on a screen, it's remarkably easy to lose track of how much you've spent or how much is truly left.
Yeah, you just tap the card.
Exactly. But when you physically hand over crisp bills, when you see the stack of cash diminish in your hand, you feel the transaction in a much more concrete, visceral way.
You literally see the money going.
Precisely. It creates a very clear, physical, and undeniable boundary for your discretionary spending. When that specific envelope is empty, there's no more swiping, no more tapping, no more pushing a digital limit that feels far away. It forces an immediate and undeniable awareness of your spending limits.
Okay, I can see how that would impose discipline.
It really does. This system fosters a profound level of discipline and genuine awareness that the convenience of digital transactions often masks. It directly prevents the common pitfall of overspending in discretionary categories by providing instant, undeniable feedback.
No hiding from it.
Nope. It makes you pause, even for a split second, and genuinely consider each purchase, asking, is this truly worth it? Knowing that once this specific cash is gone from this envelope, there's absolutely no more available for this category until next month.
That's powerful self-regulation.
It is. This tangible control is a powerful antidote to the often invisible erosion of funds that happens with mindless card swiping. It's a deliberate, conscious choice to make spending concrete, which in turn makes saving more deliberate and sustainable. It forces you to internalize your budget in a way that mere app tracking might not.
It truly does bring that spending into sharp, almost tactile focus, doesn't it? The psychological difference between a digital transaction that feels almost frictionless
So easy.
and the act of physically handing over cash, watching your allocated funds deplete, is immense. It forces you to truly feel the impact of every dollar leaving your hand.
Definitely a different feeling.
And speaking of making conscious choices and building awareness, the author's plan isn't solely about setting up these ingenious systems. It's also deeply rooted in cultivating consistent daily and weekly habits that powerfully reinforce those systems.
The habits, part 3, right?
Exactly. This is what the source delves into in part 3, Daily and Weekly Habits.
Okay, what kind of habits?
The first specific habit the author highlights is something many of us might consider mundane, but its impact is anything but meal prep.
Meal prep. Saves money, saves time. Usually healthier, too.
All of the above. They plainly state, I saved hundreds by cooking in batches instead of ordering food. This is such a deceptively simple yet incredibly effective habit.
Hundreds a month, potentially.
Easily. Think about your own week. How often do we find ourselves resorting to expensive takeout or convenient delivery services simply because we're exhausted, short on time, or simply haven't planned ahead?
Way too often for most people, I bet.
Those seemingly small individual purchases, a $15 lunch here, a $30 dinner there, can silently and rapidly eat away at our budget without us even realizing the collective damage.
It adds up so fast.
But by dedicating just a focused hour or two to cooking in batches, perhaps on a relaxed Sunday afternoon, you're not just cooking, you're strategically setting yourself up for financial success throughout the entire week.
Investing time to save money later.
Exactly. You'll have ready-to-eat, often healthier meals that are dramatically cheaper than any restaurant fare. So what does this practical habit mean for your daily routine, you might ask?
Uh-huh.
It means making small, consistent, intentional choices that, when aggregated over time, add up to truly massive savings. The author confirms saving hundreds, and that's not an exaggeration.
I believe it.
Beyond the undeniable financial benefit, meal prepping also often leads to significantly healthier eating habits because you are in direct control of the ingredients, the portion sizes, and the nutritional content.
Right. Total control.
It's a double win, a robust boost for your wallet and a tangible improvement for your well-being. It's a prime example of how small, proactive efforts can yield substantial compounding benefits.
Good habit all around. What else?
Okay, this next one is really interesting.
And building beautifully on that theme of conscious consumption and proactive planning, the source introduces a truly fascinating and often counterintuitive practice: no-spend weekends.
No spend weekends, like zero spending.
Pretty much. The author challenged themselves to literally spend nothing for 48 hours, at least twice a month.
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds hard, maybe boring.
That's what you might think initially. But the source is quick to alleviate that concern, explicitly pointing out that free activities like parks, workouts, or movie nights at home kept it fun.
Ah, so it's about finding free fun.
Exactly. This isn't about self-imposed exile. It's about intentional redirection of leisure. This practice raises an incredibly important question for our consumer-driven society.
Like this.
Can we genuinely find enjoyment, fulfillment, and even profound relaxation without constantly reaching for our wallets?
Good question. We often equate fun with spending.
We do. The pervasive assumption in modern culture is that leisure activities inherently equate to spending money. We go out to eat, we shop for entertainment, we pay for experiences. But the no-spend weekend practice forces a powerful societal and personal reset.
How so?
It actively encourages you to explore hobbies, activities, and connections that inherently do not come with a price tag. It's about rediscovering the simple yet profound pleasures in life, engaging with nature through a hike,
It's free.
spending genuine quality time with loved ones through conversation or board games,
Also free?
diving deep into a captivating book, or cultivating a creative craft. This practice does far more than just save you money for 2 days.
What else does it do?
It subtly but profoundly resets your ingrained spending habits and cultivates a deeper appreciation for non-monetary leisure and fulfillment. It challenges the ingrained consumerist mindset that often equates happiness with consumption.
Interesting. Breaking that link.
Right. It helps you realize that true fun, genuine relaxation, and meaningful connection do not necessarily, and often do not, require opening your wallet. It's a powerful tool for self-awareness, for breaking the impulse spending cycle.
And finding other ways to enjoy life.
Exactly. And for discovering alternative, often more enriching, pathways to joy and contentment that are independent of financial transactions. It's a practice in intentional living that yields both financial and psychological dividends.
That's a really cool concept. I like that. Okay, so meal prep, no spend weekends, any other key habits?
One more crucial one they mention.
And to ensure all these newly implemented habits and ingenious systems were actually performing as intended, the author diligently employed another absolutely crucial discipline: tracking every dollar.
Ah, the tracking. Gotta know where it's going.
Precisely. They mentioned being flexible with the tools, using a free budgeting app, but even a notebook works. The method, they emphasize, is less important than the consistency of the practice itself.
Right. The tool doesn't matter as much as actually doing it.
Exactly. This isn't about aspiring to be a certified financial expert or an accountant. It's fundamentally about cultivating deep financial awareness.
Just knowing the facts.
Right. The author powerfully highlights the profound impact this simple act had on them. When you see where every dollar goes, you start treating money differently.
I bet. That raw data can be eye-opening.
Totally. This is such a critical insight that many of us often overlook. Most of us operate with a vague, often optimistic sense of where our money goes.
Yeah, it probably goes somewhere good.
Haha, right. But rarely do we maintain a precise, itemized account of every single transaction. It's like trying to navigate a ship without a detailed map.
Flying blind financially.
But when you meticulously track every single expense, whether it's that daily coffee, the weekly grocery run, a forgotten monthly subscription that's still debiting your account, or a spontaneous online purchase,
All the little things.
you gain an incredible, undeniable clarity. You begin to vividly see spending patterns that you might never have noticed before. You identify those subtle, almost invisible spending habits that are quietly sabotaging your larger financial goals.
The leaks become obvious.
Exactly. This newfound awareness, this unvarnished truth of your spending, leads directly to genuine accountability. It forces you to think twice before making an impulsive purchase, precisely because you know it will show up undeniably in your tracking system.
You have to face it.
Right. It transforms spending from an unconscious, often reactive act to an intentional, deliberate decision. It makes you a truly conscious participant in your financial life, rather than a passive observer letting money slip through your fingers.
Taking control.
This discipline, though it might seem tedious or even a little bit obsessive at first, is absolutely fundamental to gaining genuine control and making those strategic, informed adjustments that ultimately lead to significant and sustainable savings. It's the flashlight that illuminates your financial blind spots.
Indeed. The act of meticulous tracking truly transforms abstract numbers into concrete, actionable insights, solidifying it as a cornerstone for genuine financial control and intentional living. It's the critical data feedback loop that allows for continuous improvement.
So, with all these meticulously chosen pieces firmly in place, the foundational mindset shift, the ingeniously tweaked 501(535) rules.
Yeah, the adjusted 5D3020.
Right. The disciplined automatic transfers, the tactile wisdom of the cash envelopes, and the consistent daily and weekly habits. How did the numbers actually stack up?
Okay, the big reveal, part 4, right?
This brings us to part 4, how the savings added up. And this is where we transition from strategy and psychology to the compelling, tangible math behind achieving that impressive $10,000 goal.
All right, let's meticulously break down the calculations as they are presented in the source, because they vividly reveal the immense power of consistent, focused application of these methods.
Let's hear it.
The author began by strategically reducing their wants allocation from the typical 30% down to a lean 15%. This specific and strategic cut, as they meticulously calculated, immediately freed up around $500 a month.
$500 a month just from trimming wants. That's huge.
It really is. For most individuals, especially those feeling stuck in their savings journey, an extra $500 liberated each month is a profoundly significant sum.
Game changer.
And it powerfully highlights just how much discretionary spending can be intelligently reallocated when there's a clear, compelling purpose driving the change.
Okay, so $500 from once.
Now add that substantial sum to the savings portion, remember. That included the original 20% plus the extra 15% from once, automated.
Right, the 35% total going to savings.
The author quantified their total monthly savings contribution, combining the baseline 20% and the extra 15% as resulting in saving $2,000 every month.
Wait, $2,000 a month?
$2,000 every single month, consistently. This wasn't a one-off windfall. This was a repeatable, systemic outcome of their new financial framework.
Wow. Okay, that explains how they got there so fast.
Exactly. If we broaden our perspective and connect this to the bigger picture, this precise mathematical breakdown unequivocally reveals the sheer, undeniable power of focused, consistent, and systemic effort.
The math doesn't lie.
When you take that $2,000 in consistent monthly savings and multiply it by the targeted 6 months, the total comes out to a projected $12,000.
$12,000 projected.
Projected, yes. This isn't about magical thinking or relying on luck. It's about simple, undeniable arithmetic applied with unwavering discipline and clever behavioral design.
Right.
It vividly illustrates the compounding effect not just of interest, but of these focused, intentional efforts. Each month, by diligently adhering to the core tenets of their plan, they were actively building a substantial financial cushion.
Brick by brick.
Meticulously, brick by brick, dollar by dollar. It clearly, compellingly shows how seemingly small, intentional adjustments, when consistently applied, coalesce into an incredibly impactful sum over a relatively short period of time. It's the blueprint for how consistent action transforms into exponential results.
That mathematical breakdown is genuinely compelling, isn't it? Consistently saving $2,000 a month is, by any measure, a massive and impressive achievement for an individual.
Absolutely phenomenal.
But here's where it truly gets really interesting, and where the source injects a profoundly refreshing dose of reality that makes the entire account even more relatable and encouraging.
Well, what's that?
The author doesn't claim robotic perfection, and that candid admission is perhaps the most human and valuable part of this entire journey.
Ah, okay. They weren't perfect. Good.
Exactly. They address the reality check head-on with refreshing honesty. Now, life isn't perfect, and I did spend a little extra here and there,
Happened to the best of us.
which is why I ended up with $10,000 instead of the full $12,000.
Ah.
So that's why the title is $10, not 12K. Makes sense.
Right. This is such a critical, liberating detail because it unequivocally reinforces that this plan isn't about rigid, flawless adherence to an ideal.
Thank goodness, perfection is impossible.
It beautifully acknowledges that we are, after all, human. Life inevitably throws curveballs, unexpected expenses pop up, emergencies can arise, and sometimes, frankly, we simply make a choice that deviates from the plan.
Or just want to live a little.
Exactly. Or indulge a little more than intended. That's perfectly normal.
So important to remember.
The profound significance of this admission cannot be overstated. It powerfully reinforces the universal truth that consistency undeniably triumphs over perfection every single time.
Consistency over perfection. Love that.
The ambitious goal was $10,000, and despite those minor deviations, those moments of spending a little extra here and there, the underlying system, the fundamental framework, still delivered a remarkable, life-changing $10,000 in 6 months.
Still hit the big goal. That's amazing. Right. That's money the author never thought I could have so quickly. A testament to the plan's robustness. This element of grace, this implicit understanding that occasional slips or minor deviations will not and should not derail your entire journey,
Is crucial for staying motivated.
is arguably one of the most crucial takeaways for anyone embarking on an ambitious financial goal. It demonstrates that even with human imperfections, the core system is robust enough and the underlying habits powerful enough to yield truly transformative financial results.
The system works even if you wobble a bit.
Exactly. It's about maintaining forward progress, not about achieving an impossible, flawless execution. It's about resilience.
That invaluable element of grace is absolutely key. It's what ensures a plan is sustainable for the long haul, transforming it from a fleeting, unsustainable sprint into a marathon where you can actually recover from missteps and keep going.
Right, otherwise you just burn out.
Without it, frugal fatigue can quickly set in, leading to complete abandonment of goals.
So true. Okay, so having navigated through this intensive and transformative 6-month period, what were the enduring lessons the author distilled from their experience?
The takeaways, part 5, right? Lessons learned.
Exactly. What are the profound nuggets of wisdom they want to impart directly to you, the listener, who might be considering embarking on a similar journey? This is what we explore in part 5, Lessons I Learned. And these insights are absolutely crucial for anyone looking to replicate this remarkable success.
All right, let's hear the wisdom.
The first lesson the author articulates is profoundly simple, yet it's often overlooked in our pursuit of grand gestures. Small changes stack up fast.
The power of compounding,
Yeah,
even for habits.
totally. We witness this principle in action with the seemingly modest 15% reduction in the wants category, and again with the consistent, almost mundane daily habits like dedicated meal prepping.
Little things adding up.
Right. Individually, making a choice to cut out a few discretionary items, opting for water instead of a soda, or bringing coffee from home might not feel huge in the immediate moment.
Feels like a drop in the bucket sometimes.
Exactly. Similarly, skipping that one extra takeout meal, choosing a free weekend activity over a paid one, or setting aside even a small additional percentage of your income might seem minor on their own. However, as the author's compelling journey vividly demonstrates, over a concentrated period of time, these small, consistent, and intentional adjustments accumulate into truly significant, often astonishing, savings.
The bucket fills up faster than you think.
It really does. It's the relentless compounding power of intentional action, proving unequivocally that you absolutely do not need a massive financial windfall, a sudden inheritance, or a total disruptive overhaul of your entire life to make a huge and undeniable impact on your savings.
Good news for most of us.
Right. Rather, it's about the consistent drip. The steady stream of small, smart choices that over time inevitably fills the bucket, transforming incremental efforts into monumental results. It's about understanding that financial mastery is built brick by brick, not by discovering a hidden treasure chest.
Love that analogy. Okay, lesson 1. Small changes matter. What's next?
Lesson 2 is all about making it easier.
And following seamlessly on that idea of incremental yet powerful consistency, the second pivotal lesson the author emphasizes is to automate everything.
Ah, automation again. We talked about this.
We did, and it's worth repeating. Their reasoning for this almost universal financial advice is elegantly simple and profoundly compelling. If you don't see the money, you don't spend it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. This reinforces the undeniable power of setting up those automatic transfers right when your paycheck hits your account, a strategy we discussed earlier. It's a proactive, preventive measure that brilliantly removes the very active decision-making from the equation.
Takes willpower out of it.
Precisely. Especially during moments when your willpower might be low, when you're feeling fatigued, or when temptations are particularly high.
Which happens to everyone.
This raises an incredibly important, yet often unasked question. How much valuable mental energy are we actually saving by strategically taking these often stressful financial decisions out of the daily equation?
Never thought about it that way. Decision fatigue is real.
It is. When your savings are fully automated, you're no longer constantly battling the insidious urge to spend that money. You're not relying on a daily dose of heroic discipline to manually move funds around or resist impulse buys.
You free up brain space.
Exactly. This automated approach effectively frees up a significant amount of your cognitive load, allowing you to direct your mental energy and focus towards other, perhaps more enriching aspects of your life. It transforms saving from an active, potentially draining daily choice into a passive background process that works tirelessly and efficiently for you.
Making technology work for you.
It's about leveraging smart systems to ensure your money is working for you, almost without you having to actively think about it, thereby minimizing the opportunity for human error, impulsive decisions, or succumbing to fleeting desires. It's about making your ideal financial behavior the effortless default.
Okay, automate everything. Got it. What's the third lesson? This one feels really important.
It really is. Probably the most human one.
That is such a brilliant observation about preserving mental energy. It's not just about the money itself, but the profound sense of peace of mind and reduced decision fatigue that comes with it.
Definitely.
And finally, the third and perhaps most compassionate and universally applicable lesson the author imparts from their journey is give yourself grace.
Ah, yes, grace.
I had weeks where I slipped up. The key is not to quit, just reset and keep going. This is a crucial antidote to the perfectionism that often derails financial goals.
So important. Beating yourself up doesn't help.
Not at all. So what does this all mean for your journey, specifically, as you consider adopting some of these powerful strategies? It's fundamentally about building enduring resilience, rather than striving for an unsustainable, rigid adherence.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. Let's face it, we are not robots. There will inevitably be weeks, or even entire months, where life unexpectedly throws a curveball. Unforeseen expenses will arise, emergencies might demand immediate attention.
Life happens.
Or you might simply make a choice perhaps out of fatigue, stress, or a moment of weakness that deviates from your meticulously crafted plan. In those moments, the immediate temptation might be to throw in the towel.
To feel like a failure and give up.
Right, to succumb to feelings of failure and to completely abandon your financial goal altogether.
Don't do it.
However, the author's candid experience clearly, powerfully, and empathically shows that these slips are not, in fact, failures in any definitive sense. They were simply moments to learn from, to acknowledge without judgment, and then to reset and keep going.
Reset and keep going. That's the key phrase.
This lesson is absolutely crucial for achieving any significant long-term financial success. It beautifully teaches self-compassion, recognizing that the path to any ambitious goal, especially a financial one, is rarely a straight, unbroken line.
It's usually messy.
It will almost certainly have bumps, unexpected detours, and moments of weakness or deviation. The true strength, the genuine mastery, lies not in never falling or never making a mistake, but in always getting back up.
Dusting yourself off.
Metaphorically dusting yourself off and recommitting to your underlying mission with renewed determination. This persistence, this unwavering refusal to quit in the face of imperfection is what ultimately leads to reaching those truly ambitious goals.
Even if it takes a bit longer or looks slightly different.
Exactly. Even if the final number is slightly different from the initial projection, it's the steady rhythm of forward motion that truly matters.
Brilliant. Small changes. Automate, give grace. Great lessons.
Now here's the truly exciting part, the empowering call to action that the source so clearly extends to every listener. You can absolutely do this too.
Yes, if they could.
If someone who genuinely wasn't a budgeting pro, someone who, by their own admission, struggled with saving, could manage to save $10,000 in just 6 months, then you, equipped with these powerful insights, are certainly capable of making profound and significant progress towards your own unique financial goals.
It's possible.
The key, and this is where many people get overwhelmed, is not to try and implement the entire comprehensive plan all at once, perfectly, from day one.
Don't try to boil the ocean.
Exactly. Instead, the author wisely advises start with one step today. That's the liberating and empowering message here.
It's one thing.
Maybe for you, that crucial first step is simply sitting down and writing down that one clear, compelling goal for your savings, giving your money a tangible mission.
Define the why.
Or perhaps it's taking that courageous leap to set up an automatic transfer for even a small, manageable percentage of your paycheck, just enough to start seeing that money accumulate effortlessly in a separate account.
Start automating.
Maybe it's identifying and consciously cutting just one small expense that you know isn't truly serving you, or planning just one meal prep session for the upcoming week.
Small, doable steps.
Whatever it is, just start. Take that single initial step. Because the author promises, and we truly believe, that 6 months from now, when you look back at how far you've come, you'll undoubtedly thank yourself for taking that crucial first step today.
Future you will be grateful.
Totally. The profound transformation isn't just measured in the balance of your bank account, it's in your vastly increased sense of control, your newfound financial empowerment, and the quiet confidence that comes with mastering your money.
And that profound sentiment perfectly echoes the source's incredibly insightful final thought, which is that ultimately, your money should work for you, not the other way around.
Such a great line, puts you in charge.
It does. This entire deep dive has illuminated a clear, actionable path where you actively direct your finances to diligently serve your deepest aspirations, rather than constantly feeling beholden to them or trapped by their demands.
Taking back control.
So, as you reflect on all the powerful strategies and mindset shifts we've explored today, consider this provocative thought for your own journey.
Okay, leave us with something to think about.
If a seemingly simple framework, when applied with genuine consistency and a healthy dose of grace, can lead to such a significant financial milestone, achieving $10,000 in just half a year, what other impossible financial or even broader life goals might truly be within your grasp? If you wholeheartedly commit to allowing your money to consciously serve your deepest values and aspirations.
Makes you wonder what else is possible.
Exactly. Consider how gaining this elevated level of control and intentionality over your finances could unlock not just material comfort or a stronger emergency fund, but a vastly greater sense of freedom, expanded possibility, and profound agency in all areas of your life.
Beyond just the bank balance.
Way beyond. It's not just about accumulating money. It's about the choices, the security, and the liberation that money, when intentionally and wisely managed, can truly provide.